The tables have turned a little bit as Scott Jennings also roasted Kamala Harris after her hilariously bad interview with Stephanie Ruhle. Listen to this. Kamala Harris finally did her second solo interview with a journalist since announcing her run for presidency. Did she sit down with someone who might challenge her and bring forth some pointed answers to important questions? Of course not. Instead, the Harris campaign ran to MSNBC's Stephanie Ruhle. Why? Because days earlier, Ruhle had indicated to Bill Maher that Harris doesn't need to answer tough questions due to the sheer threat that Donald Trump poses to democracy. That was enough to land her the big interview, which just it was as expected. Harris repeatedly dodged the most basic questions, launching into incredibly vague, pre-scripted talking points. That wasn't lost on CNN's Scott Jennings, who took a holistic approach. If you watch the interview, you'll actually get that one in criticizing the vice president. The entire day, it was a major failure. Now, we're going to watch this here. Check this out. So some of the reactions on CNN were absolutely hilarious to what people thought about this. Listen to what they had to say. Watch.
Yeah, I'm still confused about which billionaire rich people are good and which are bad. Trump is, I guess, bad. The people who support Trump are bad. The billionaires that she goes around with, I guess, are good. I think it's a very muddled thing, and I still don't understand. I think today was a miss for Harris. I mean, Joe Biden went on The View today and said he delegated all sorts of authority to her on domestic policy. We know that the Biden administration is not popular on domestic and economic policy. She gave a speech today saying we've got to move past the policies that people think have failed. Well, people think the last 4 years are a failure. And from what I can tell from this interview tonight, which was really a home game, I mean, going on with this particular interviewer was like effectively interviewing with her campaign's press secretary. She had nothing new to say on the economy beyond this ridiculous pablum. You want to talk about aspirations and dreams? They're crushed in this country because of inflation, and these kinds of interviews and the day that she had today are not going to solve it.
Yeah, it's not going to solve it. I mean, when she's asked questions and she can't answer them straight, it's kind of ridiculous because Hammer meets the nail here. Listen, Wednesday was an abject disaster for the Harris campaign. Things kicked off with Joe Biden bragging that he delegated domestic and foreign responsibilities to his vice president. That's the key thing. So the takeaway is she doesn't want to answer questions because she's actually been mostly running his administration. Not just from the sidelines, but genuinely running things in his administration. Not just the border, but tax policy, domestic policy, law and order, justice. I mean, things have been going to her desk to sign, and it's been delegated to her. So I don't know the entire way the executive branch works, but I can tell you this. If she's delegated authority, then she probably obtains it and keeps it. So what you're living in is what may not have been Biden's America. It is Kamala's America. Now, many of you know here, I've been using this, which has been helping me to actually get healthier every day. It's Field of Greens. Now, Field of Greens is your daily servings of fruits and vegetables, but not just any. You're like, well, why would I want Field of Greens even if I eat fruits and vegetables? Well, you can always use more because the Cancer Society said that the best way to prevent cancer is essentially to have a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. I'm not saying if you eat this, you're going to prevent, cancer. What I'm saying is that this is the first step or an extra step that you can take that's very easy to having a healthier body. It tastes delicious. It's nutritious. You mix it with a little bit of water. I prefer mixing it in with a smoothie, but the doctors hand selected the actual groups of vegetables to help to hit all of the major organs of your body, liver, heart, right? Even your kidneys, your skin. So this is like doctor formulated and selected by nutritionists to come together for a hyper formula that is used directly in one little sip. Boom, take it, put it in the cup, drink it. It's delicious. Comes in many different flavors. You can choose and take your lot. And they were so kind to us. They're giving us 15% off right now, plus free shipping with my promo code VNN at brickhousevnn.com. That's BRICKHOUSEVNN.com. Use my promo code VNN for 15% off plus free rush shipping. It's delicious, nutritious. You've got to get yourself some of that today.